Good morning, everybody. Except it's not morning, it's night. This morning was crappy and rainy, so I didn't go ride. As a matter of fact, it was crappy and rainy all day. Some kind of El Nino crap or something. Anyway, this winter has sucked in Florida. It's been cold and rainy and cloudy, and when it's not usually that way in Florida. So yes, Floridians have bad winters too, just not like negative numbers and snow and ice. And come to think of it, I'll take what I've got right now, cold and rainy. Anywho, today's video. So today, let me catch you up. Today was a crazy busy day. We're working on nonprofit stuff, so getting the bylaws done, and we literally just spent the afternoon lining stuff out, getting everything in place, because we really would like to launch it by February 1st. Launch it. So we're doing our best to accomplish that. But there's a lot to do, and not a lot of people to do it, and not a lot of time to do it. So we're doing our best. But anyway, I digress. Today's video. So recently, for those of you that follow, you already know this, but recently I bought a new PS5. So I used to love video games. Like when I was a kid, I had, the first Nintendo. I had a Genesis a little later. I had an Atari. I remember Pong, like all the great beginnings, right? I loved playing video games. I loved going to the arcade. You guys remember the arcade? Like you would go to the mall, right? And there was like this one was a store essentially full of video games, all the best video games. And everybody would like hang out around the most popular video game and put their quarters in line up along the screen. And then, they would play the winner. Right, so if these two are playing and this guy won, then you would put your quarter in and you'd play this guy, or vice versa. Or you would just watch the one guy that was like really good at a game and you sucked at it, so you would watch him, go through all the levels and beat the game, and like that was the ultimate. That was even before the Nintendos and all. And then Nintendo came out, and you had, Super Mario Brothers and Metroid and all those kick-ass games. And I don't know about you guys, but my parents, they wouldn't buy me. They wouldn't spend $30 on a game for me. So I would go to the local Blockbuster. We had a hometown video store, and they had video games for rent. So I would rent one on Friday night, and then I would spend as much time possible that weekend playing it to try to beat it before I had to return it on Monday. Because then the next time I got a game, I could get another game, beat it, and that was my goal, right? Was to beat the game, go from beginning to end. And then my buddies would come over, and we would have a room full of guys, and we would switch off. We would take turns playing the video game to try to get to the end, hanging out, just having a great time. And I remember that, and I loved that. And then I got in my 20s. I had our original PlayStation. Gran Turismo was one of my favorites. Silent Hill. There was a bunch of games I played on the original PlayStation. But then I had kids, and I got busy, and I had motorcycles. And, I had all these big boy adult toys. And I got away from playing video games. I haven't played video games in a long time. With the exception of, we did buy a Wii for the girls. And so we would do the Wii bowling and Mario Kart, and those were fun. But none of those were the type of game that has a story, and those are my favorite. So, where you start and you literally live the story. I guess it's a role-playing game. I don't know. I'm not nerdy enough for that. But anyway, I digress. After 30 years, I decided I was going to buy another video game. So the girls gave me money for Christmas. I was going to buy another RC car, but I decided that I would just buy me a PlayStation 5. The latest and greatest that was out. And then I was super worried about actually like playing it, right? I haven't played in 30 years. So how's the setup going to be? You know, what about games? The whole 9 yards. So I bought it. I brought it home. I plugged it in. Everything was pretty self-explanatory, even for an old, not so smart guy like myself. Follow the bouncy ball, you know, get it on your internet, all that. And then it comes to games. So mine came with Spider-Man 2 already. Well, it gave me a little like coupon code. So ended up I had to go to the store, pick out the game, then put in the coupon code, and it was a free game. And the games are, these games are like 69 bucks, the new good ones. I think they vary all over the place. Plus, there's some kind of subscription service too, where you can play a various bunch of different games. I have not done that yet, so don't beat on me too hard. I don't exactly understand all of that, just because I haven't done it. It's like $160 a year, and you can play, like I said, a bunch of different games. They also have online playing too, where you can like play the game with a bunch of other people. I have not done that yet either. I don't know when I will, but I did Spider-Man 2, and it took me 32 hours to go from beginning to end of it. Now, it's a vast game, so I haven't done everything. Like, I haven't completed all the little side missions. I haven't done everything in the game, but as far as the story goes, I went through the story, I beat the bad guy, all the end credits came up, and I was done with it. So my second game I got was Gran Turismo 7, because I loved Gran Turismo on the original PlayStation. I really like Gran Turismo 7 too, except now I really, really, really want a simulator. Do any of you guys have a simulator? What did you get? Why did you get it? What made you choose that one? Because I definitely want a simulator. I'm guessing next Christmas. I wouldn't be able to use it this summer anyway, but I think that'll be my goal next Christmas, to get a simulator, because if you guys follow me and know, I love racing of all kinds. So I can't wait to do some iRacing, simulating racing. Of course, I got my RC car. This is the year of hobbies. My 50th year looks like to be the year of hobbies, because I got a new PlayStation, I got a new RC car, all that fun stuff. Anyway, that was a long rant. I guess it wasn't a rant. That was a long story. My question to you guys is, if you've made it this far, thank you. Do you guys do any video gaming? And I know a lot of people, when I was asking what to get, they're like, get a computer. I have never done any computer gaming. I've always done, consoles. I imagine computers are great as well, but then you have to build a computer, and that can be thousands. This was like $500, so I'm also cheap. But I am having a good time, and it's brought back like this rush of nostalgia. Like, I remember all these games and the weekends of staying up all night just to play games. And I mean, all my buddies, like, we would pass out and wake up, and one of them would be 3 levels up, and then they'd pass out and wake up, and we had passed 3 levels, and it was a really great time in life. I think it was fantastic. So I'm excited to kind of relive some of this stuff with the PlayStation. Anywho, that is today's video, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see y'all tomorrow.